very much, Chairman. I suppose, again, I want to say, I believe one size doesn't fit all. And I believe that whatever laws we make up inside there, we shouldn't try to interfere with nature or natural law, which is, I believe, we didn't determine when or how we got here. And I don't think there should be any law made in the land that would decide when at what point we should exit it. Because I'll give you just a couple of examples, and I know that all of you have these examples as well. There was a lovely lady about 10 years ago, and the story was very bad that she was going to die in the next week or so. And the request was that Danny Healy-Rae would get the hedges cut up to the door. I can tell you that she lived 7 more years after that. She lived to see her daughter being married, and very important things in her life. She had a great quality of life. She didn't appear to be sick at all. And at that time, she was supposed not to last more than a week or 10 days. But she lived more than 7 years. And then we hear of all the people, oh, he got all clear yesterday, or he got all clear last week, and then his name is in the death notice. What happened? So I don't think that we can supersede the natural law or the law of nature. And like the very way we fought against the abortion and we believe that when a baby is conceived, that they have a right to come into the world. And I believe that people have the right to decide themselves in the same way that when the will to live is there and they want to live. And like I said earlier, I believe that our attitude changes as we get sicker, and we hope we'll get better. We hope that this is not the time we're going to depart the world. And I think that any law that anyone wants to make shouldn't, I honestly believe we shouldn't try to interfere with or preempt nature. And I fully believe there's some other force, I call it God, that decides when we come and when we go, and we shouldn't try to change that. And there's one other thing that has to be considered. If there's some law brought in, and then the person is very sick, will family members have a role to play then? Because while the very most of families love their parents and want them to last to the bitter end, there are the few bad eggs in every pack that would want to hasten them to go. And I worry about that. And I believe for the very same reason that this law is being brought in, I don't want it brought in for that reason as well. I'm very worried about it. And our focus, as I say, my focus today is to try that everyone stays alive as long as they can, and to assist them living and not to assist them to go by this bill. I'm sorry, Gino, that's mine.
Thank you very, very much, Deputy. Like Matt Cooper, Miss O'Reilly, you have the last word.
Thank you very much, Oireachtas. Thank you, Deputy. Just to add on to it, I think everybody today has expressed the loss of someone, the death of someone, and the grief that causes. So one of the things, I know we've talked about palliative care and the supports around that, but in terms of the impact that it has on other individuals in terms of bereavement, and I guess that process of grief doesn't just start when the person dies. It is when somebody gets a terminal illness. So I do think in terms of the considerations that yourself as a committee, which is an incredibly difficult and complex issue to be tackling, but in terms of the wider community, it is also about how do we support those people that are going on that journey at end of life with someone, and ensuring that the bereavement supports are there, the supports to family carers and the wider community, because we do talk a lot now about being a compassionate community. So we really need to look at what does that look like, and how can we join the dots in terms of the recommendations that are coming to yourselves to ensure that it's not only about the person and their end of life, but also for the wider family and community. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms.